When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Camp Randall Stadium, home to the Wisconsin Badgers. As we'll see a team sitting in the top 5 of the conference standings, the Michigan State Spartans, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Wisconsin Badgers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Spartans will kick it away to start us off. On the move from inside his 5. He's got great speed. Got on a room. They eventually chase him down, but what a spectacular return that almost went all the way. Wisconsin's offense will take the first swing of the game. Last week was a tape they'd rather just put right in the dumpster and forget about it. David, how does a guy bounce back from a game like the one he had last week?
Well, hopefully he burned that tape, because that was not pretty. That was not what they're wanting to do, man. Just turning the football over, not enough productive plays. And so how do you bounce back? How do you get started in this football game? Jesse, make it easy. Get him in a rhythm. Don't make it very complicated. Don't give him a chance to turn it over again. You don't need to put this losing streak to another digit in the column.
Yeah, I agree. I think there's two big things. I think, one, he was just pressing. He was trying to force the big play to happen when there were other completions to be had. So he's just got to do a better job being patient. And I think the guys around him also have to step up as well. They need to run the football. They need to get that controlled passing game going on early to get into a rhythm, as you said, to help this guy get into a good headspace here early and turn the page from what happened the last time out.
And the Badgers line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Motion from the back. Looking to pass. It's O'Neal. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on 3rd down, 4th down coming up. So now on comes the field goal unit. This might be a little easier if it were straight on, but a 43-yarder from the right hash. And that is no good. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same. The Spartans offense will have its first possession of the game. We've had our eye on this guy for most of the season, and what a weapon he is. He is making a charge for the Heisman Trophy. And, David, I don't really think many would argue with it.
No, because it's been crazy. He's been the focal point of this offense, and he continues to deliver week after week. He's a superstar, putting up big numbers, carrying his team on his back. Jesse, that's a tough spot to do that for a whole year because of the physical pounding.
Oh, he's got some space. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. This is what Spartan running backs do. They get behind their pads, they move the chains. Le'Veon Bell among many who've been great at that.
And Kenneth Walker, man, you pulled back a couple years ago, such a great season, too. But just that's their physicality. That's the brand that they've had. That's what their coaches embrace. You know, not being the quote-unquote main team in their state, but they're going to hit you in the face and they're going to play physical.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Wants to go up top. Makes the catch. It's marked. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a 1st down. He was all by himself out there. Someone just lost track of their assignment.
And that's so frustrating because you want to make offenses earn it. And you don't want to give up big plays and bust coverages and let people run wide open, especially good players. Like, you know this guy's a good player, and you let him run wide open down the field.
Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat. Let's talk a bit about Michigan State. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting four-star defensive linemen gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive line. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
That's a really good-looking throw, and I love the decision right there. When I think back to my favorite Michigan State quarterback ever, it's Kirk Cousins. Wasn't the biggest, wasn't the strongest, fastest, didn't have the best arm. But he made good decisions. He read the defense and threw the ball accurately on time. This guy has the ability to do that, too. If he keeps this up, this offense is going to be tough to stop.
And I understand what the offense is trying to do. Use the wide side of the field, right? Use all that space, pitch on the outside, get on the edge. But the defense was too disciplined. Great job setting the edge, not letting them get outside, making the big tackle.
Back to throw, it's Childs. Finds his big tight end. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Frazier. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. And they'll finally make the tackle at the 3-yard line.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team. When you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles, it's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy because that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
Here's the handoff. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Sparty.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Give to the running back. And this one will be stopped for no...
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Power football with the run. Turns it on in midfield. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Back to pass, it's Childs. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
Wants to throw on first down. Hauls it in. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Routes like that are great times to be quarterbacks. I got great, fast, speedy guys on the outside. Quick drag route, get the ball in his hands. Let him do the rest.
On the direct snap, it's Frazier. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
And the Spartans have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the catch. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan State has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking for space, it's Frazier. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan State.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Quarterback running on the draw. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Offense is going draw. The back tries to bounce it to the outside, but look at all the defenders on that play, how they were able to shed their blocks and run. They were able to get hats to the football and force a tackle for loss.
Looking for a man. It's O'Neal. Here comes the heat. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The Badgers will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Let's talk a little bit about Michigan State. It's the conference finale today. Win this one, extra football ahead. Has taken a ton of hard work to get here, David, and they certainly can't afford to let down.
Yeah, and you people, Reese, you know, that looking ahead, always point to the future, like they need to win today. Like their goals are still in front of them, but today is a big day in the conference to continue to keep winning.
And that's the thing I think their coach kept reminding his team of all week long. At the very start of the year in our first team meeting, we put our goals up on the board. The #1 goal was to win the conference, and they have a chance to guarantee themselves a spot in that game with a win today.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to it. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Pulls it in. It's Collier. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the fourth down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. Fourth down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike.
Breaks into the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And obviously, if you're going to be in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy, you got to be putting out big stat games week in, week out. He's been doing it all season long and obviously had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again here today in a game where a lot of Heisman Trophy voters, they're watching this one.
Looking for the end zone. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. He'll do it himself on the draw. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
Trying to get it done with the run here on 3rd and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Spartans. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. Charlotte fell behind early, and it's been an uphill climb since. Thing is, this is a program that's worked the portal about as well as anyone. These kids are tough and could just find a way. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to North Texas. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
And I think everybody wants to run the option nowadays, but the problem is, can everybody read it? You got to be able to stick the ball in the belly of the running back, and you have to be able to understand, or I'm pitching it to him. Whatever the read is, you can tell he was a little bit confused, a little bit slow, and that's why the defense won this round.
Got it in the middle. It's Brooks. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down. And the Badgers will punt it away on 4th down. He'll try to really get into this one. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
They'll move the wide receiver. To the air. It's Child. Makes the catch. It's McCray. He'll take it up to the 45-yard line. They stop him and knock him out of bounds. The Spartans are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Going over the top. Got it in stride inside the 20. Touchdown, Sparty. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
I think there were a lot of doubters that wondered how this team was going to be able to handle this environment and whether or not they could find success early in this game. They have proved all of those doubters wrong. They have been dominant in every phase, on offense, on defense, and on special teams, and they are piling it on here early in this game on the road.
Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to...
Intercepted, number 19. Bringing it back. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Michigan State. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Pressure coming. He's dropped on the sack, and now the hill gets even steeper. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Badgers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Trying play action. Here's a heat. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Makes the grab. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Number 49 in punt formation to kick it away.
On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stops. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a terrific atmosphere there in Madison. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's head back to a great scene there in Camp Randall.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Badgers will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Direct snap. It's Frazier. Turning it on. Hits him with a stiff arm. Give him 105 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing.
Man, he has been the definition of consistent all year long. You talk about building a team. You get a guy like this that you can hand the football, and he makes play after play after play. That's why he's number 2 in college football in rushing, and that's why he's in the Heisman Trophy picture. A running back in the Heisman Trophy picture. It's kind of been a dying element. This guy's very much in the race.
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen that a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me with completions. This guy will put you to sleep.
Caught over the middle. It's Collier. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Looking for a man. It's Childs. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Spartans.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Grab on the left. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
And the QB going with a little bit of touch, trying to feather that thing up in the air and give his receiver a chance to go up high and try to get over top of the defender. Nice job by the defense, seeing the football, breaking on it, and getting the ball on the ground.
Rush is on him. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be fourth down. The Badgers will line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. He's got the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll give it to the back. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given him some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical.
It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Looking downfield, it's O'Neal. They're working that left side. Brought down at the 21-yard line, a 15-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play. To spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Pulls and fires complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions, and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, making sure he makes the right decision.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Badgers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. He'll keep it himself. Makes one man miss. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Now looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. It is perfect. And the field goal is good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit.
Well, you're always going to wonder what woulda, coulda, shoulda happened on 4th and inches had they gone for it. But with this kicker, I like taking 3 points and putting it on the board.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Oh, he's got a chance. Past the first down marker and still running. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays.
Defenses have had their hands full slowing this guy down all season long. It's the speed, and it's the open field running ability and vision. That's why he's second in the nation in rushing yards, and that's why he's square in the conversation for the Heisman Trophy.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Childs. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there, but on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Got a man. It's McCray. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the first down. On the ground, it's Frazier.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the snap, it's Frazier. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Brings up fourth down.
And the Spartans looking to convert on fourth down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
On the ready? Come on, set.
The give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. This defense is showing the Spartan spirit, and they are swarming.
I mean, they're making him earn everything. Nothing given up free, playing so good at all the levels of the defense. If I'm a Michigan State fan, I'm pretty jacked up at this performance.
Tight end now in motion. Brown wants to pass. A little screen to the running back. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense, playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You've got to take shots offensively.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. The Badgers decide to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. Sixth punt of the day. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
Now on the option. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Defense got it. They're on the run. Flying down the left side. Touchdown, Wisconsin. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. Safe to say the offense could have used a few more plays like that earlier in the game.
Too little, too late. At least you got something going. You got some kind of rhythm. The offense put some points up. But man, if they'd have started a little bit better. a chance to be a little bit more in this ballgame.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in Conference USA. The home team is just getting blown off the field right now. This rate, I'm not sure it won't get worse. The Panthers have avoided the noise all week. They let their playing do the talking, and that speaks louder than anything. They're trailing by 24 to FIU. Just another week of Conference USA football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. That pass is incomplete.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch, and in this case, even catching the football. It was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. They have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. The Spartans line up to punt it away. He'll make the fair catch, but there is a flag on the field. You got to give him room and let him catch the football, and if he's called for the fair catch, you just have to stay back. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. They'll run it from the gun. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a 1st down.
I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this one.
There he goes! Ripping through the defense. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will. The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives, and coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. With this big cushion they're working with, Jesse, they're ready to send these fans toward the exits.
And you know the coaching staff has got to be so happy with how this offense has been able to come out here on the road, fight the crowd noise, and execute at such a high level, David.
Yeah, just dominate the football game. And now, listen, it's mode where I can run the football, run out the clock, watch this game go to zeros and get the dub.
Look out, he's got room. Gets it past the marker. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead. You want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, David, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the 4th quarter.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love DBs that want to tackle, and they get an opportunity to look like heroes on these outside toss plays. Physical play by the corner there, getting the ball carried down behind the line of scrimmage.
Got room to work. And after they get him on the ground, that's going to do it. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
and it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy, great execution, just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a